Several streets surrounding that five-story building where more than 60 people died in a fire have now been cordoned off to traffic. For more on this now, we speak to Johannesburg Metro Police spokesperson Xolani Fihla. Xolani, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. Tell us about the roads that have been cordoned off and the roads that have been closed.
Good morning to you, and let me also take this opportunity to greet the listeners. Yes, following these terrible scenes that we have seen in the city of Johannesburg this morning, the roads around the building, which is at corner Albert and Delver Street, that's right in the Johannesburg CBD in Marshalltown. So Albert Street currently is closed off to traffic. That's from Van Vela Street heading towards Troy, and also crossing streets just like Melrose Street is closed off, and also Delver Street is closed off between Durban Street and Anderson Street. And then we are seeing some traffic disruptions around the area, especially due to onlookers. So the most affected route in the area at this present moment is Van Vela Street. And we are requesting motorists to avoid this area, and they can use either Moy Street, they can use Anderson Street, Polly or Troy Street as alternative routes.
Yeah, and what's your advice to motorists? Because it is the early morning, of course, you have rush hour traffic that happens this time of the morning. But then on top of that, there is the work that needs to be done by emergency officials.
From what we're seeing is that this will actually take the whole day. So there's a lot of traffic disruptions we are expecting throughout the Johannesburg inner city. The area usually is not too busy, especially when it comes to vehicle traffic. But with the terrible scenes that we are seeing, I think a whole lot of people would be trying to unlook and see what's actually happening. So we're just advising them to move away from the area, and they can use those roads that I did mention, that's at Troy Street, Polly Street or Moy Street especially, as an alternative route to avoid these area.
Yeah, we finished off the conversation a bit earlier on with Nozintombi Mia with a number of people standing behind her. Seemingly, one of the guys said that they will be off their way to Pretoria. Does the Johannesburg Metro Police know about this particular march, this particular protest perhaps?
It hasn't been brought to our attention, but we'll have to actually look closer and see if it will actually affect us in the city of Johannesburg. And if it does, then necessary action will be taken.
Thank you so much for your time. That is Xolani Fihla, who is the spokesperson for the Metro Police in the Johannesburg CBD.